The goal isn't to escape work. It's to build a life where work feels worth doing. And I feel like, especially at the moment, a lot of people are stuck in jobs that they hate, or they just want to give up on the system because they don't really see a point to that. And this is where a concept comes in called Ikigai. Ikigai is essentially a Japanese concept, often translated to reason for being. And it's built around 4 core areas. And that is finding something that you love or you're passionate about, something that you are good at. That's an obvious one because, you need to be good at a skill to be able to do it well. Something that the world needs, and that helps fuel you to continue do it and making it feel worthwhile. And of course, something that you can be paid for. Most people focus on only one, and that's, the job sucks, but it pays really good money. Or I'm really passionate about it, but, I can't make enough money in a position. Or the status is really good, I'm vice manager, but the money or the passion's not there. Or a lot of people fall into the trap of job security as well. But Ikigai happens when all 4 of these things kind of overlap. And this goes for 2 different types of categories as well. We're going to be talking about the person that is looking for a day job that they're actually going to enjoy. There's this trap that most people fall into. Most people choose a job based only on one of the following, whether that is the pay that you're earning, the job safety and security, or the expectations, or what other people respect. And as someone that's been in a job that was really good money, after a few years, it just felt empty, man. It was what am I contributing to the world or to anything? The money was great, but the passion wasn't there. The fire was not inside of me. And it took a bit of time for me to build that fire and that confidence to go out and try and set something up again. But essentially, money is not the end-all goal. And I think it's funny, all those old-timers be all like, money isn't everything. And you're like, kind of fucking is. And then once you do something for long enough, you realise there really can be a balance between life and money. So don't just take a tolerable job because it's going to be painful when there's no meaning attached to that. I guess there's a few questions you could basically ask yourself, and that is, what kind of work gives me energy instead of draining it from me? What tasks make time disappear for me? What makes time fly by so you're not just staring at the clock? What type of environment suits my personality? Are you an indoors person, in an office space? Are you outdoors? You want to be walking through the fields? What problems do I naturally enjoy solving? And what do people constantly ask me for help with or say that you're very, very good at? Now, there's a few important things that you're going to need to realise while you're trying to get into this Ikigai model. And it's that your dream job might not appear instantly. Ikigai is usually discovered through experimentation and not a logical approach. You learn by trying jobs, learning skills, getting out there and meeting people. Networking is always super important. Failing's another big point. Failure is something you will always learn from. And out of all the businesses I've started, not all of them have been successful, but I've always been able to take a lesson away from each thing that hasn't worked out. Clarity comes from action and not endless planning. Sometimes you just got to jump in head first, or the saying I really like is bite off more than you can chew and then chew like all fuck. Another big powerful point to this is you don't need to love every second of your work. You just need enough alignment that you feel useful in the job, you feel challenged, you feel respected, and you're engaged in the task. It feels like you're making a difference in the world. Because there's a massive difference between, I'm tired after work, and this work is sucking my soul. Perspective 2 is the person that wants to start a business. And the reasons why Ikigai matter in business is that starting a business only for money is super, super dangerous. Because business becomes stressful, it becomes repetitive, and it becomes emotionally demanding. If you don't care about the mission, you're going to quit when it gets hard. One of my past service businesses that I'd started, the reason that it was the work just was so meaningful to me was that I was helping the elderly do tasks that they could no longer do outside in their garden, in their lawns, on their properties. And just to see the absolute joy that some of these old timers would have on their face when you were able to clean up and tidy up their yards and do these things, and they hadn't seen their place look like that for 5 to 10 years, and it was really, really enjoyable work. The sweet spot in a business and Ikigai is a strong business idea that usually sits between something you genuinely enjoy, something you're capable of becoming excellent at, something that people actually want and need, and something that pays money, something that's profitable. Common mistakes, though, include passion without demand. Just because you love it doesn't mean the customer gives a fuck. Money without interest is you can make cash, but the job is sucking your soul clean away. Talent without meaning, it means you're really, really good at a skill, but it's a skill that you do not value. That's not what we're looking for. Same as purpose without monetization. Just because, I don't know, you can do something really, really well and you have a passion and a fire inside, like helping people is great, but you still need profit. You still need to pay the bills and make a business grow. So I guess the strong point for entrepreneurs is that your business doesn't need to be your ultimate life purpose, but it definitely should align and match your personality, your strengths, your lifestyle goals, and your long-term interests, because a business that fights your natural personality becomes fucking exhausting. I'm sure anyone that's worked like a 9 to 5 where they didn't enjoy their work and they suffered through every hour knows exactly what this is talking about. And the other thing is that Ikigai can change over time what it means for you. What fulfilled you when you were 20 might not fulfill you when you're 35. And that's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you failed at the Ikigai model. It simply means that priorities evolve over time, you know? Maybe at the start, freedom's more important. Maybe as you get on, family becomes more important and you need more money. Or you might go the other way. It's more about creativity and peace. The goal is a continuous alignment, not a perfect final answer. You know, it's just, I always look at breaking life into 5-year segments. Same as the quote that the people that you know now, you're not going to know in 5 years' time. Think about that. Think about in life, you might have 1 or 2 friends that are still about. But as far as jobs, co-workers aren't the same in 5 years. You job hop, you get better jobs, you start businesses. The people that you see right now, apart from family and friends, you're not going to see these people in 5 years' time. Ikigai takes away from the social media problem that we see. People compare themselves to someone that's already 10 years deep into their own path. You're watching their chapter 20 while judging yourself based off your own chapter 1. Eventually, most people find their lane after years of trying. So if I had a final message, I guess it'd be that you're probably not going to find yourself overnight, but every single skill you learn and attempt makes the narrow path. It narrows this path down and you find your life mission and what you need to do. Ikigai isn't about perfection. It's about building a life where your work has meaning, your effort feels worthwhile, and your days, they just feel connected to something bigger. You don't feel drained or like you've had the soul sucked clean out of you anymore. So if you've gotten anything out of this video, guys, I would really ask if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I want to hear down below, what is your Ikigai? What is your purpose? What's the thing right now that has the fire that is inside of you? Because a meaningful life is usually not built, but stumbled upon and discovered along the way. Alright guys, thanks for your time today. As always, I appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video.